Good morning and welcome to the Wireless Technology Forum 2020. I'm Tom Carpenter, the CTO at CWNP, and I'm so excited that you've been able to join us this year. It's been an interesting and a challenging year, but we're very happy that we're able to still bring you this valuable information that we bring you year after year. We have a schedule of presenters that's just going to blow your mind. And so we've got a great session set for you today, tomorrow, and Friday. Now, as you enjoy these different sessions over the next few days, make sure you take advantage of social media. We're going to try to standardize on the hashtag this year of WTF20. And so anytime you want to comment, if you want to be involved in discussions, go ahead and use that hashtag. And you'll find all of the other people that are out there talking about it as well. Now, throughout the individual sessions, you're going to find that you have the ability to ask questions as well. So there's still interactivity. This is not going to be just a one-way virtual conference. So make sure that you take advantage of that. If you have questions for the speaker, the presenter of the time, then go ahead and ask those questions, and we'll do our best to make sure we get those answered for you, either live at the end of the sessions if there's time, or we'll make sure they get answered in another venue. So we're going to make sure that you have that opportunity to interact with all of the different presenters. Now, one of the exciting things that has happened in the year of 2020 here at CWNP is that we've been able to move ahead with our different certifications in significant ways. And I'll be talking to you about that a little bit later on today. But one of the things that I want to mention to you here briefly, right at the start of this conference, is that things are really growing in the wireless space. There are a lot of areas that have been hit hard over the last several months. But one interesting thing that we've seen is an increasing interest in technology, and in particular, in automation type technology and in communications technology. And so it's going to be very important to have people just like you that are skilled in this space over the next several years. This conference is going to help you get some of that most up-to-date information that's going to help you be prepared just for that. In fact, today, for example, we're going to be talking about one of the most exciting new things that came about this year, which was giving us more frequency space for Wi-Fi, right? We all love that. And I do think we're going to see a difference this time around. What I mean by that is, you may remember if you've been around wireless for a while that we got 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi all the way back at the end of the 90s. But we didn't really get 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi all the way back at the end of the 90s. It took a long time before we finally saw 5 gigahertz implementations. I don't think we'll see that kind of delay this time around with 6 gigahertz. I think we'll see it move faster. It'll still take a while, but I think we'll see it move faster. And that's an exciting thing for us. And we'll get to use that new frequency band, and it'll make our lives easier for a while, right? Until we start to use it very heavily as well. So that's just one of the topics that we'll be hearing about later on today, and I'll talk to you more about that in just a little bit. In addition, you're going to be exposed to some enhanced new features of tools that we all use and love. You're going to get to hear about special technologies used in the IoT space as well as the traditional Wi-Fi space. And so just today alone, the topic list, when I was looking over the schedule, really is exciting. And I want to say right here, right now, that we at CWNP appreciate the hard work that the speaker panel did in getting this schedule together for us. You see, we had a group of people that worked hard for several months coming up with a list of speakers, making sure that we had the right people to present at the conference. And then, of course, COVID happened, and we weren't able to do a live conference. Instead, it had to go virtual. And the great thing was that those many speakers that they had lined up, that they had worked with, all jumped on board and said, yeah, we want to make this happen. And they were willing to get their presentations together and make sure that you got the valuable information you would have gotten in Las Vegas. So we're not in Las Vegas. No, we're at a different location, but we still have the exact same great technical content. And I'm so excited that you've joined us for this content this year. Now, one last thing that I want to talk to you about before we start into the individual sessions throughout the day today. And that is that you can take advantage of this information on an ongoing basis. I want to make sure that as you're watching these different presentations, you realize that they're going to be available to you after the conference as well. I want to make sure that you realize that we'll continue to build up the archive of information at CWNPTV. And so you can find videos there from our past conferences, webinars, and other such topics. If you haven't visited before, if you go to YouTube and do a search for CWNPTV, you'll find the channel, and I'd encourage you to subscribe to the channel because we continually post videos of there with valuable content, information that can really help you to get ahead in your career. And that's really our goal. You see, at CWNP, our goal is to help you be a proficient professional that can accomplish what is needed for the organizations you work in and for. Our goal is not just to get you certified. The certification proves that you've acquired that knowledge. But our goal with all of our certifications is to give you the right knowledge, to make sure you have the skills and abilities to be an exceptional professional within the industry. And that's exactly why we're building out the IoT track, because that is the next big thing. It's actually the current big thing, and it's growing rapidly. And I'll talk to you more about that later on today. And so we want to make sure you have those skills as well to make you really a well-rounded wireless professional. So thank you to the speaker committee, which was headed up by Jennifer Manila, to put together this great list of speakers that you're going to be hearing from today. And thank you to everybody at CWNP who made this possible. And we'll be getting started in just a moment.